Ottawa, Ontario. Ottawa's police chief was ousted Tuesday amid criticism of his inaction against the trucker protests that have paralyzed Canada's capital for over 2 weeks, while the number of blockades maintained by demonstrators at the U.S. border dropped to just 1. The twin developments came a day after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoked Canada's Emergencies Act and threatened to take tough legal and financial measures to end the unrest in Ottawa and beyond by protesters decrying the country's COVID-19 restrictions and Trudeau's government. Ottawa Police Chief Peter Sloly lost his job after failing to move decisively against the bumper-to-bumper demonstration by hundreds of truck drivers. The protests by the so-called Freedom Convoy have infuriated many residents, who have complained of being harassed and intimidated on the streets. Like other residents in Ottawa, I have watched in disbelief as this carnival chaos has been allowed to continue, Diane Deans, chair of the Ottawa Police. She added that the protesters had turned downtown into a street party with big screens, hot tubs and an outdoor gym. Sloly said in a statement that he did everything possible to keep the city safe, calling it an unprecedented and unforeseeable crisis. Ottawa's police board said 360 vehicles remained involved in the blockade in the city's core, down from a high of roughly 4,000. A command center was set up so that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Ontario Provincial Police could assume command over the situation, apparently relegating Ottawa Police to a secondary role. Interim Ottawa Police Chief Steve Bell said he believes authorities have reached a turning point. I believe we now have the resources and partners to put a safe end to this occupation. Meanwhile, trucks with horns blaring rolled out of the Alberta border town of Coutts, across from Montana, ending. Police earlier this week arrested 11 people at the site and seized guns and ammunition. The end of the blockade there apparently left just one obstructed border crossing, at Emerson, Manitoba, opposite North Dakota, according to authorities. And the Mounties said they were confident the protesters there soon would be leaving and gone by Wednesday. Over the weekend, police broke the blockade at the busiest and most important crossing, the Ambassador Bridge between Windsor, Ontario, and Detroit, arresting dozens of demonstrators. The nearly week-long protest disrupted auto production in both countries, but it was returning to normal on Tuesday. Authorities also said traffic was moving again at the Pacific Highway border crossing south of Vancouver, opposite Washington State.